Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm going to tell you today about the truth of the Soweto Uprising, and honestly, I supported the Soweto Uprising, okay? The Bantu education system during that time was very disadvantaged to African students, and it was limited to what they taught them because they wanted to keep, the apartheid government wanted to keep blacks in a subservient, subjugated rule. Now, before 1976, they didn't forcefully teach a lot of the instructions in Afrikaans. This is what I'm going to say with this. Okay, the ANC and the EFF, particularly the EFF, they're hijacking what the Soweto protesters protested for. Okay, they didn't protest against the elimination of the Afrikaans language throughout the country. Okay, they didn't protest white South Africans or people who wanted to use Afrikaans to use it. They just thought that if people preferred to speak in Zulu or Xhosa or any of the Bantu languages, that they should have been able to do so, or even English during that time. That was the main part of the protest, okay? It wasn't Afrikaans in itself, okay? And Strike Thokane, who was an anti-apartheid activist, and he led the organization called Azapo, and I believe he still leads the organization, he appeared in the documentary Tainted Heroes. And he said these students didn't go to die because of Afrikaans or to risk their lives because of Afrikaans. What was to die for was the situation of South Africa. All the Afrikaans language was at the time was a spark. Because a lot of the kids' parents were being politicized as well. The students were being politicized. Afrikaans was just a spark. So it's a lie and very disrespectful, he believes, to say that the students went and died because they didn't want Afrikaans. It wasn't that simple. It was a lot more complex of an issue with that, okay? And should the students have been forced to learn Afrikaans? No. Were the student protesters in Soweto in 1976 right? Yes, I firmly believe they were. But at the same time, that didn't mean that they, if people who wanted to speak Afrikaans, they didn't care, okay? The people who wanted to speak Afrikaans but didn't force it on anybody else, they didn't have a problem with that. Okay, it's very disrespectful the way the EFF's protesting outside of Afrikaans schools now to eliminate them. No, the students didn't care if Afrikaners went to Afrikaans schools. No, they didn't care. They just didn't want the Afrikaans language forced on them. That's the biggest difference. Anyways, hope everyone's doing well. Take care. God bless them. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.